this journey of me becoming the best version of me, my highest self, I've had to establish and adopt a core identity statement. And my core identity statement is I am a woman of excellence led by vision and clarity. Through discipline, I steward my time, my energy, and my purpose with intention and grace. Now that's a word. And that's the word that I'm standing on. That is something that I can tell myself every day. That is something that I can remind myself about frequently. That I can say, hey, I am this. Not a I will be, not a I want to be, not I'm gonna be, but I am a woman of excellence led by vision and clarity. Through discipline, I steward my time, my energy, and my purpose with intention and grace. That's very powerful to me. Like every time I say it, every time I hear it, every time I read it, it just boom, like my energy level just bump up. My motivation to make the right decisions just increase all over again. My motivation to choose what's best for me over what I want currently increases every time. And that's something that I need because when you're transitioning from your old self to your new self, some of those old habits are still present. Some of that old mindset is still present. Some of that old environment is still there. Those excuses that were able to block you from being great in the past are still lingering around. So when you need something that's going to push past the comfort that you're used to, you need something that's going to be powerful.
Grab your charger.
To be able to pull you out of that slump. You're going to need something for that. And my core identity statement is definitely, definitely that. I also have like a summarized version that supports it. And it basically says that structure and discipline lead to the freedom and the life that I desire. Because a woman of excellence, led by vision and clarity, and through discipline, stewards their time, energy, and purpose with intention and grace, has a lot of structure, has a lot of discipline. And when you function and act out of structure and discipline, you have no choice but to live the life that you desire, because your discipline is going to keep you on track. Your structure is going to make sure that everything aligns, everything that you do, everything that you think of, everything that you say, all the decisions that you make come together and they align together to give you the goal, which in my case is me being my highest self, me being the best version of Jasmine that I can be, me being the best version of the wife that I am, me being the best version of the mother that I am, me being the best version of the nurse that I am, the entrepreneur that I am, the business owner that I am, the CEO, the best version of every part of my identity, the best version of the friend, the sister, the cousin, all of that. Every title, every part of my identity will be in alignment. And at my core, I'm going to always be that woman of excellence. And in this transition period, it has been very uncomfortable. Because again, I haven't completely walked away from the old me, and I haven't completely stepped into the new me. So there's some conflicting mindsets. There's some conflicting desires there. So I have to continue to push through. And I'm not gonna lie, the old me wins sometimes. But we're gonna get to a day, we're gonna get to a point where the new me wins every time. And the old me no longer exists. And when that comes to fruition, when that is completely manifested, the woman that I envision, chef's kiss. When I tell you, this woman of God that stewards her time, her energy, and her purpose with intention and grace, that woman is unstoppable. That woman completes tasks in a timely manner. She's punctual. She's dependable. She's caring and compassionate. She exudes excellence in everything that she participates in, everything that's connected to her. When I tell you, when the best version of me that I'm envisioning is manifested into reality, doors are gonna just be opening up. And it's not off of just of my actions, but if I'm stewarding my time, my energy, and my purpose, that's the biggest thing. Me stewarding my purpose, being in purpose. This is not just desire that I want. This is what God desires for me, to work in my purpose. And to be honest, I've been shying away from it, because to whom much is given, much is required. That's a lot of responsibility when you're working in your purpose, because most of the time, no, I'm not even gonna say most of the time, your purpose isn't necessarily for your benefit. Your purpose is for somebody else. Apples don't benefit the apple tree. Peaches don't benefit the peach tree. They don't. The fruit of your labor is not for your benefit. It's for someone else. It's for at least one other person. It could be a multitude of people, but it's for at least one other person. And when you're working out of your purpose, outside of your purpose, then you're denying something. And it could be something major, or it could be something minor, but most of the time it's something of substance. You're denying that for somebody else. And I've been shying away from the responsibility of walking in my purpose. And I've been allowing excuses to win. Oh, my hair's not done. I don't know what to say. I don't have the right equipment. I got this, that, and the third to do. Like, it's just been a lot of excuses that I've let win. Oh, I don't, nobody's watching my videos. I'm not getting subscribers. Girl, because you're not doing it. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not in purpose. You're not in purpose. And who says that who said it's gonna be watched immediately? You may need to put up this video for somebody to watch it 2 or 3 years down the line. It's 2025 now, and you been shying away from your purpose for over, I'm gonna say for over 5 years. Over 5 years. You've been running away from getting behind this camera and allowing the Lord to use your voice. It's been over 5 years. Who's to say that if you would have did what you're supposed to do back then, that you could have helped somebody along the way, that your purpose could have benefited somebody else? But because you were disobedient and slow to move, you could have altered somebody's life for the good or for the bad. Your lack of could be for the bad. But had you been obedient, got behind the camera, press record, and let the Lord and let God use your voice, no telling what could have been the result. So now, we can't go back in the past. We can't change that. So now you just have to continue to walk in your purpose. Now you have to step into your purpose, because you have purpose, and you have to be intentional and responsible with your purpose. God said do it. God is giving you the drive and the calling and the motivation to do it. So now it's time. With or without the following, with or without the equipment, with or without the script or the whatever, you don't have it all together. And it's okay, because you got to start from somewhere. Okay? You don't just wake up on the day of an exam and go take the test. You prepare, you study, you put in the work behind the scenes, and then you go forward. So that's exactly what you have to do in this case. You just have to push forward, push record, and push forward and walk in your purpose, because the time is now. The time is here. Opportunities that could have been available to you had you started this 5 years ago, we can't dwell on it now. That time has passed. But right now, in this moment, you're walking in your purpose, and you're going to continue to walk in your purpose, and just be on the lookout for what's coming, because God is going to bless what He put in you. It's been pushing and pulling at you, tugging at you to do this for so long, and you've found ways to make an excuse to get out of it, but not anymore. So let's just continue to be great, and let's continue to bring this best version. Like the woman that I envision is powerful. She, like I said, she exudes excellence. I just love to say that. She exudes excellence. Like, isn't it? I don't know. I'm over here smiling from ear to ear because I just can't wait. So be on the lookout for more videos to come. We're going to go into more detail about how I'm structuring my transition, how I'm being intentional about my transition, how I'm using this time to unlearn and relearn how to walk in my purpose, how I am unlearning and relearning how to walk in my new identity as the best version of me. So, of course, I'm not doing anything haphazardly. There's scripture and there's a word behind every part of this. So, I'm going to make sure I have it all written down, organized, so that I can come and talk about it and share it, because this isn't just something that I just desire to do on my own. This desire was put into me, and it's put into me by the Lord, the God, like the big man himself. Because again, I've pushed back and I've fought back for so long, and it just would not leave. So I know that this isn't just something I just wanted to try, because there's been so many things that I just wanted to try, and the motivation for it just goes away. This has been pulling at me and pushing at me and tugging at me for years, and no longer will I run away from it. It's time for me to walk in the footsteps that God has set out for me to walk the path. It's time for me to walk the path that God has set forth before me, the path that He's graced me for. So just stay tuned. The next video, I'm going to go into more, I'm going to go into more detail on the structure, the foundation, because the foundation of it will be scripture. So I'm going to share the scriptures behind my core identity statement and some other scriptures that are going to help keep me grounded when the noise gets too loud. Will help keep me focused when the old mindset tries to come in and sabotage this again. So yeah, we have to have some good solid foundation and good structure in this process if we're going to be successful. And not if, but when we become successful and bring this all to fruition. And yeah, so stay tuned. I will see you next time. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. And as always, continue to journey on.